Okay, now you guys would have seen a little bit of a tidbit before all this got started where I was just digging and I was running around doing a whole bunch of stuff. You kind of saw how I kind of handle a building process. And the reason I do a lot of my stuff off camera and I don't speed build a whole lot, because I bounce from one project to another, to another, to another. I have issues focusing. I can't focus on one task at a time. It's typically, I see the one big task and there's a bunch of little tasks that I need to get done in order to get to that big task. So the big task being the center of my mega build. So now I need to get all of the small tasks done in order to get that set up, which means animal farms and a whole bunch of other stuff. Now on me, I do have some extra shulker shells. I just jumped in to help our new member. Whenever their first episode goes live, I'm going to update our little thing underneath my videos. So do come back and check out those little tidbits. It may have, their video may have already come out before this one does, or it may be in a later video, but do come back to see who we're adding to the server, because we actually have 2 new members that are jumping on this week as of recording this. We have 2 new members hopping on. But I'm going to let them announce that their way on their channels, and then I will put in who they are and add them into our listing below. But I was just helping them with their end exploration because they were going to go get their own elytra, which all of us kind of do over time. And in between all of that, I have started clearing out space. I leveled off this space. I plan on leveling out a bit more of this space just to make room for a few like normal farms. And I am also working on leveling all of this space out because I kind of want the entire area over here to be level with this center, which means there's going to be a lot of digging coming up and a lot of tree removal. I've already started it. There was a few trees down in here that I've cleared out. I've started spawn-proofing caves, i.e. just throwing a whole bunch of torches around. And I've also moved my storage from right here, as you saw it, down over here. So this is out the way. And it's just a hole in the ground with a bunch of chests and stuff in it. There's a reason I grabbed the shulker shells. I kind of need more shulker boxes to hold everything because I already have shulker box full of grass blocks. This is just grass blocks, by the way. This isn't actually dirt because I have silk touch on my shovel. I collect a lot of grass blocks. So it's going to be a very long process ahead of me. And this video is going to be here to document what's happening while I'm terraforming all of this. So this is kind of my before clip for you guys to see. And then once we get done with all of the terraforming, everything's torn down. We have a nice leveling system or a leveled area. That's when we'll get started on the next bit, which is building the spire, the center of my base, which is essentially just a giant, well, spire. Around the center portals, there's going to be staircases on either side that are going to curve and meet in the corners and go up to the next platform, and that's just going to continue going up, and it's just going to be a very tiered base is what I plan on it being. So the staircases are going to sit a bit out here, and they're just going to spiral up, and they're just going to sit on another tier, and then that tier is going to go up to another one, and it's just going to... I want to hit the build limit with this base. I want it to take as much verticality as it can. So it's going to go all the way up to the build limit here, and it's going to go all the way down to bedrock. I want to get the max height in a base. Now that being said, we're also going to have to start the digging process. But the digging process is a whole separate thing. That's going to be whenever I start the Dwemer side of the base. I'm very sorry, the goose has to go. As much as I love the goose has to go. I'm gonna move the goose to being over here. There we go. Moved the goose. Okay. Goose has been moved. Ow. That didn't happen. But essentially this record is here to show kind of where I'm starting on the mega base area. So there's about to be shulker boxes of leaves that I'm going to be using. There's about to be so much dirt picked up. And whenever I do start on the actual mega base itself, the first thing in place is going to be the streets running in and through the portals. Because I want this entire system set up so that people can come and go from my base as necessary. Because right now, they spawn looking into the center. So if they walk forward, they're going to walk into the pit. So I want to get as much terraforming done on the front of this as I can. And then I'm going to do like just a trial basis of the road. Just undoing what I've done with the dark oak planks. And coming back with the actual andesite, cobblestone, dead coral, all of that. I'm going to come back in with that. Okay, taking a quick break because the world isn't nearly ready for this, but I decided to bring you guys in on kind of my thought process. This is the scale I'm going for. The portal, which I've already kind of had plans for, I'm actually scrapping most of these plans. Well, not scrapping them per se, I'm reevaluating them. I'm changing them to match the new thought process and the new design. This is a mock-up for kind of how these towers are going to sit. And then this is actually where my portals are. Right here. That's what this shape is. And it's just a copy of how my portals sit actually in world already. Because I don't want to move my portals. But my portals are going to be kind of buried. I don't mean buried in the normal sense, like I'm not going to put them below ground, but they are going to be like the bottom of the build. So they're going to be kind of in their own little tunnel. And around all of this next circle in, is going to be sets of staircases that go up to the next floor. So there's going to be a staircase here, there's going to be a staircase here, and then this and this are just going to be open area. Okay, some developments have happened. I'm going to add this on to the end of the previous thing. I have something I really want to do real quick, but I'm first of all going to show you what's happened between that last clip and this clip. I may or may not have bought a bunch of wool from Honey for a project we're about to start doing. And this is what I've gotten through so far. This is all the terraforming I'm having to do. I did a big chunk of it over this way. And Honey graciously helped me clear out all of the cherry trees. So we're making good progress. This has been a few days. I've logged on like after work and just tried to get more and more of this area done. It's just, I ran into an issue of I've got a lot of stone to get through on this chunk. So I had a whole instance where I lost my stuff twice. Don't want to talk about it. I have all my stuff back now, as you guys can see. Honey and Darth were there for the second time it happened. Today, we're going to be working on some stuff in the center of this area. Because I finally have I don't want to say a plot point. I have like a floor plan, essentially, of kind of what the center is going to look like. But for right now, I want to start here. And I want to go ahead and get the circles, you heard me right, circles of my base figured out. Because I've managed to plot point exactly how much of the base I want down. So we have a bunch of lime, we have a bunch of orange, and we have a bunch of purples. I'm going to use these to help plot point some things. I want to plot point everything. Holy bejesus. Thank the gods for feather falling. That's how I died, by the way. I did that crap in the nether and it ended horribly. I'm an intelligent being. I'm a cat. We are graceful. We land on our feet all the time. Just sometimes it breaks our ankles a little too hard. Okay. That's the next circle out. Plotted in. Now, whenever I do take out these flooring bits, this is all going to be replaced with pathway. This is actually going to have a staircase on this side going up, and then as you go around, there's going to be another staircase on that side going up. So it's going to kind of have a spiral effect going up to the next floor. There are all of the towers put in. This is beginning to look kind of like Christmas, not Christmassy, Halloween-esque, because I picked very Halloween colors. Oh my god. Expert flyer, guys. I'm definitely an expert flyer. I know how to do things. Okay. I fixed it on all of that. All of this is now fixed. Now I have to need to fix this bit, and then I need to do this bit. Oh. Congrats to Misty. There's that one. Now, I have to go match some towers to some areas. Okay. That is the floor plan for the entire thing. Now taken from my creative world and dropped into this one. To give you guys an idea as to how much the base structure, this is just the elevator structure, by the way. This is going to get me up into the tower that's going to be above all of this. Because I'm thinking about taking this outer circle that's right here and just putting a tower up through all of that. That's just going to turn to a tower. And so the staircases here are going to put us up onto balconies that are going to be above those towers. And then this inner point is going to be basically the equivalent of an elevator shaft. There's going to be some downs, there's going to be some ups. And that's going to go all the way down. Or at least as far down as I can stand to make it. I don't know exactly how far down I'm going to go. We have a pretty big mountain to work with. So I don't think we need to go too far down. But I've also discovered, between Honey telling me and when I've found, there's actually a few villages around me. There's 3 right here. This one's probably the one I'm going to majorly use, either that or this one. I need to go see whether or not that one's actually connected to my landmass. I want to do villager trading halls. Like pretty massive ones, which is the reason I don't want them connected to the main base. This place is already going to be laggy enough as it is. I don't need extra lag on top of it. So we're going to do some smaller ones, probably make more of a, I don't want to say a work district because it's not really a work district because we're also going to have a lot of auto farms over here. So just maybe just a trading district. Because I have died enough for me to actually take into consideration that I need more stuff. So that is kind of what I'm working with. That is the start to the base. We've cleared all of that out. Me and Honey. Honey has come through and helped me a few times with clearing of petals and stuff like that. So there's already a lot of work done. I still have a lot more work to do because I do plan on expanding the circle platform to be below here, also going out in a few different directions as well. And then I want a step down because these towers are actually going to contain the 4 elements. So fire, earth, wind, and air. It's going to be all of those. And the big crystal that we have at our base right now, we're going to have 4 more of them here. And I plan on putting like little gardens out here, basically translating what each district is kind of capable of. And then each direction is going to handle those. So I think I'm going to leave this video here. I've actually managed to get a lot of stuff done. Next episode, we're going to actually start work on the platforming for all of this. So I'm actually going to be putting in the center platform, the orange one right there. This orange circle. This one's going to be put in. And then these platforms are actually going to be like, this dark oak is going to be taken out, and we're actually going to be doing the actual like walkways. Because these walkways are going to continue across every single side. It isn't just this one. This one's just so I could get back and forth to my base and stuff like that. But this is actually going to get a lot bigger. I have a wandering trader. Hello. What do you have? Ooh, horn coral. Give me like 5 seconds, dude. But I think I'm going to leave that here. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.